Well, hi everybody. Welcome to today's Kevin Kuretzky Show. This is a show I feel very passionately about, and it's really one that we deal with on a day-to-day basis, whether in our work life, personal life, or family life. We know them, and we know how to spot them pretty well. Difficult people. So, before we start, I have a song for that, because we really have to remember this. It doesn't always move the way we want it to. That's right, different strokes to move the world. I thought about that. That was one of my favorite shows when I was a kid. And I know the meaning was something completely different. This is why I'm using it though. There are people who are different than us all over the world. I've traveled the world, and that's the one thing I do know for sure, is that there are people that are different. A difficult person though, and the reason I'm not going to play homage to them is we know who they are. One of the intentions of my show is not to give the person who's the negative aspect the airtime, but how to deal with that for our own best selves, how to keep our side of the street clean. We know a difficult person. We know who they are. They use it to manipulate, to intimidate us. They use it with force, with anger, with such venom, you know it. Or they could steer you down, passive aggressive. So we know what a difficult person is. So how do we deal with those difficult people? Well, that's the key right here. In our life, I want to say this, in our lives, I think a difficult person is still a bully in our adult life, whether you're a child, teenager, or adult. Difficult people are really like children. They want their way, they don't want to hear what you have to say, and they are going to pout until they get it. So I say, stand up to that difficult person. Now, you don't want to fly into a rage. I think that's the whole point, is you want to be in control of the situation. And how you start by getting in control, I have a couple tips here. And I want to tell you, I got a lot of your emails on this. First one, I got the one message I kept getting through all the emails, and I can't read how many people sent me this. Be calm. Stay calm. When you are calm, you are in control. You know, when someone's in a rage and flying at you or yelling at you or being difficult, or the angrier they are and the calmer you are, it actually brings them down. That's proven research. The calmer you are, that's that show of I'm in control. I'm not going to let go into your emotional, be an emotional hostage of yours. You have to then say, what is behind this person's outburst? Let's take it in the workplace. First of all, there is no reason to disrespect anybody. We are all entitled to our own opinions and feelings. A difficult person doesn't see it that way. They only see one track. You're the enemy, or the situation is the enemy, and they're going to get to the closest person. You know, I told you I was on a project, it's been over a year now, and I was not the problem. I wasn't the one making the decisions. I was the messenger. I had the logo and the name, so I had to deal with difficult people who just wanted to let it all out and let me take it on. I had to get some perspective from others. That's a really great tip. So be calm, find out what's behind it, and then get some feedback from perspective from others. I had to find out what was behind the situation. So I had to ask everybody what was going on. I had to find out what was behind this person spewing at me. Now, in our personal lives, we need to let that person vent and then ask, what's going on? How can I help you? Because the minute you put yourself in that I want to be helpful state, they have two roads to take. And let's face it, they're either going to look like a jerk by saying, well, you can't help me. And at that point, that shuts down a lot of conversations. And you say, okay, you know what? I can't help you. If you don't think I can, then I can't. I'll tell you a story about that in a minute. The other path they'll take is to actually tell you what the situation is. Now, it might go on and you can pick bits and pieces of it, but in dealing with a difficult person, what you want to do is get their perspective first before you make any choices about how you're going to speak. let the person know where you're coming from. Let them know once they're done where you're coming from. I'll tell you a story about that. I had a recent situation where I work where a comment was made about me after a decision I was made to somebody else. Here's something I say with difficult people. I think they're cowards in a lot of ways. If you can't go right up to somebody and tell them how you feel, whether it's good, indifferent, whatever it might be, you're a coward. You also negate me wanting to help you. And here's the reason why. I can't help somebody who doesn't have the respect for themselves or the courage to come up to somebody. What I can do is clean up my side of the street, get my job done that I need to, and make sure to get them on board. So here's what happened. Person went to somebody, said something about me, called the person right over, did not want to hear, this difficult person did not want to hear anything I had to say. Wanted to be heard though, so I let them talk, still got the same result by saying, I appreciate what you're saying, this is how we're going to do it, and this is what we're going to do. I didn't have to back down my own beliefs because somebody was trying to bark louder than me. In other words, I didn't go into their I wasn't an emotional hostage to them. That's the key to a difficult person. Don't become their emotional hostage. It is not within you. It is not for you to take on. Also, let that person know why you have to do what you have to do. Now, that's great for the workplace, but it also works in relationships. I never ever want to say it's one-sided in a relationship, friendship or anything. I believe there are some difficult friendships. If you find a friendship is too difficult, I just wanted to touch on this. If you find it is, there may be a time where you have to say, I need to be out of this friendship, or the dynamics have to change. It's okay to remove yourself from situations. Research has shown that with difficult people, if you have to deal with them over long periods of time, it really adds not only stress to your life, which then leads to health issues. And no one wants to become healthy because of a difficult person. Don't let anybody ever, and I want to stress this, make you unhealthy because of them. Difficult people are like children. They want what they want, and they will bark louder until they get it. You have the choice to take the high road. And viewers, that's what this show is about, always taking the high road. So I want to hit some key points again. I want to go back. Dealing with difficult people, whether at work or in your personal life, be calm. Stay calm. Don't let them get control of the situation. Understand the person's intention. Understand where they're coming from, what happened. Try to listen. Try to hear it out. Ask questions. Tell me the story. How can I be of help to you? Let's go back. Also, get some perspective from others. Sometimes it's great to ask maybe a colleague or a friend, how should I handle this situation? What's going on? They really can help you in dealing with that, because you don't want to get into that emotional thing where you're spewing with someone who's difficult. And finally, let the person know where you're coming from. We all have rights in this world. Even difficult people do. Everybody has a right. You don't have to buy in, though, to what they're saying. I want to tell you, too, this is something I really liked. I got an email from Danielle in Pensacola, Florida. Thanks for watching, Danielle in Pensacola, Florida. It was about rising above the fray, she wrote. That was the heading. And I love this. If the approaches to dealing with a difficult person don't work, you've tried everything, talking, communicating, reasoning, nothing works, try to limit the difficult person's access to you. Now, I know that if you're in a relationship, especially a romantic one, marriage, partnership, that can be difficult. But I want to say this. If you're dealing with that in your personal life, really look at that relationship. Really look at, is this the relationship I want to be in? Because that right there is not something you should want for yourself. You should always want the freedom to be who you are and to be able to speak and have intelligent conversations with a loved one. Danielle then talked about how she at work really limited the person's access, and then it carried over into her personal life, and now she's in a healthy, loving relationship. So Danielle, thank you for sharing that with us. So, dealing with difficult people, be calm, find out what their intention is, and above all, keep your side of the street clean, clear. I don't know why I thought stream and clean all of a sudden. Maybe because I know I have to clean as soon as I'm done with this. Remember, you are your own best friend. You have it within you. Don't let anyone intimidate you or manipulate you. You do what you know is right for yourself. Don't let a difficult person just bark louder and get their way. What I know for certain is, difficult people, you're off a playground. You're not the bullies anymore. We control our own lives. I thank you for watching as always. Thanks for your emails. If you have any questions or comments, please write to Kevin Kuretzky Show at yahoo.com. Give me a call at 612-237-6209. And I want to thank you for watching. You are amazing, you guys. And this is really fun to do these different topics. Also, remember that the Kevin Kuretzky Show is brought to you daily on YouTube by Smokey and Giraffe Sweet Treats. Go to www.smokeyandgiraffe.com, where we're never difficult in any order situation. I'll see you all tomorrow. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye, everybody. Remember, we're all in this together.